knows it is available on the cloud whenever you want to access it. A nice sunny September 18th.
Yeah.
I thought the sun was gone. I was getting all grass seed going. And the sun came back and what was it? Almost 90.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It was hot. Oh no. But hopefully the grass seed survives, and I'm not going to complain because it's nice. I love the sun. And soon enough, the rain will be here. But I'm looking forward to our meeting today. Looks like we have all of our roles filled. We have some guests on Zoom. Sarah's going to join us on Zoom as our timer. Very good to have all the participation in the various formats of our hybrid meeting.
Sarah's just gonna be our grammarian. Sean is our timer.
I got it flipped. Thank you. I should have skipped to the script. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and get the roles introduced. So let's start with our joke master.
Good morning. No, good afternoon, Master Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. Third. Yeah. I am Buffy Finkel and I am the joke master. Want to hear him?
Yes.
All right, cool. I know see that. How many board meetings? No, I'm gonna read the first thing. How many chiropractors does it take to change a light bulb? Only one, but it takes 6 visits. How many board meetings does it take to get a light bulb changed?
Only one, but it takes 10 meetings.
This topic was resumed from last week's discussion, but it is in complete pending resolution of some action items. It will be continued next week. And those are your jokes.
Well, next I'd like to move on to the table topics master, who's going to be, we'll come back to that.
Me. So sorry.
We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Let's move on to the timer. Sean, will you introduce your role as a timer?
Yeah, hi, my name is Sean. Greetings to Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As timer, I will time the table topic, speakers, formal speeches, and the evals. I'll also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific times remaining. But I continue on. I can read the whole thing.
Maybe just the speech limits and the evaluation. I believe, Robin, what's your speech going to be, Robin? 3 to 5?
5 to 7.
5 to 7?
5 to 7. So the speeches for 5 to 7 at 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. 6 minutes, yellow card, and the red will come in at 7 minutes. And then for the other ones,
table topic,
evaluation, and the eval. Thank you. For table topics, it'll be no more than 2 minutes for those. At 1 minute, I'll raise the green card. At 1:30, I will raise the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, the red card. As for the evaluations, those should be between 2 and 3 minutes. 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. 2 minutes 30, the yellow card will come up, and then at 3, we will do the red card. Thank you, Mr. Postman.
Okay, thank you. Next, let's move on to the grammarian, who's going to be Sarah.
Okay, so grammarian. So I will keep track of how many filler word people use. So repeated repeated phrases. And I don't know anything. Oh, and I guess I'll keep track of like good word usage. I think that's most of it. Mostly. I know.
Word of the day.
I'm keep going. Wait, I was supposed to. Wait, grammarian does word of the day.
Yes.
Okay.
That would always throw me off too.
Okay.
Do you want us to come back to you? Give you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's move on to the general evaluator, who's Will today.
All right.
Greetings, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests. The purpose of the general evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I will take notes on everything that happens and doesn't happen. I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of duties. At the end of the meeting, I will give my report. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Okay, I have a word of the day, so it's like I just used Merriam Webster, the calendar. I mean the dictionary. And so according to the dictionary, today's word of the day is rationale, which and definition is an explanation or reason for something.
All right. Thank you. And finally, let's go to our table topics master, Buffy.
Good morning again, and I have to read off this thing. Does it have table topics?
Yep. I
The
guess it
table
does.
topics master calls upon several members to deliver 1 to 2 minute impromptu talks on a topic announced right before the member is chosen. This role is introduced by me. And my rationale for being so scattered today is that I just need to stop leaving the far side of town. So I need to give myself more time. My apologies. And I'm complete.
Thank you for that. And we're just happy everybody made it. That's what really matters. Thank you. Well, let's go ahead and move on to our speech. And that's going to be introduced by Kim.
Robin is asking table topics to go first so that she can make it. Are you gonna be able to make it in the next?
I can go ahead and do it now.
Okay. Then we'll- Thank you. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters. Mr. Toastmasters and honored guests. I have the privilege of introducing Robin, our first speaker. She's doing a series of talk speeches, and this is the first series on speaker tips. The title, Look the Part, Robin Lee.
Now you might think, look the part. When I'm riding in a car, I'm not exactly looking the part. But part of speaking is taking every opportunity to speak, which is why I took this speech in the first place. Now, one of the things that I wanted to share with you today is coming, or everything that I'm sharing with you today is coming because the 3-day event that I was just at is from one of the best coaches in the industry that actually helps coaches make money through speaking. And so the tips that I'm going to be giving you came from yesterday's when we were the people who joined the program when I did. We were sitting in the audience as people who have been in for longer were doing their 1-minute speech in order to get their sizzle reel. And so before the speeches started, we got a whole lesson based on everybody who was going to be speaking, coming up one by one on the stage and getting a dress check. And were they going to be able to go on stage as they were dressed? Did they need to do something to put up their hair? Did they need to change their blouse? All of these different tips that we wound up getting were such an education, because I realized that so much of the impact that we have as speakers is dependent first on what people are going to judge by how we look and whether or not they think we are credible. That can go out the window just right from the very first thing of, do they like and trust you on stage? And so, for instance, one of the people who got up the feedback that she got was like, it looked more like she was going to be gardening or, you know, going for a hike in the woods than giving a talk that people would want to pay money for, whatever coaching program that she had. And so it wound up being something that, you know, different people would need to go and change their clothes. One woman had on a top that was perfect color and everything, but she had pants that were like the maybe 3/4 length. I don't know what you call them. And so she was told to go and change to a pair of, you know, down to, she got back, then she was told to get up on stage, and it was demonstrated to us the difference that the line of pant leg going all the way down made. And then Suzanne Evans, who's the person who, she explained that straight line down to the shoes actually makes a tremendous difference. And when you're on a stage that's higher than everybody else, by the third row from the front, people really see from the waist down. And so your shoes make a very big difference. You know, if you want to be seen as a successful coach, you need to have shoes that say that you can afford to have good shoes. And that pant leg drawing down, like we could all sitting in the audience see the difference that it made in the professionalness of the person. And then also one of the things that was very big was, do your clothes fit correctly? Is it a tailor jacket or not? And so several people got binder clips on their backs for the purpose of their 1-minute presentation so that they could have a more tailored look to their outfit. Made a tremendous difference. And there were, you know, in the room, Suzanne would call out, does anybody have a jacket that brings in some color to this person's outfit? And there were, you know, trading of pieces of clothing, pieces of jewelry to be able to make the look 100% perfect, so that each person who is making their presentation, because this is going to represent their business, would actually make sense in how it's being presented. And I'm realizing that I cannot see the timer at the same time as okay, here we go. So these are some of the tips that I have found. Oh, and almost at least half of the women were told they needed more lip. So being able to see the lips, so having some makeup and lipstick on is one of the things that made a really big difference. So in closing, I just wanted to let you know that all of these things can make a big difference in your presentation. It's partially what you're saying, partially your movements, and everything, you know, is added to when you have your look right for what you want to say. With that, I will give it back to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Robin. Great speech from the back of a car even. Simply amazing. Only one small glitch, but hey, that's pretty good in my book, considering you're traveling in the back of a car. Nice job. Thank you. All right, next, let's go ahead and move on to the table topics. Welcome Buffy up here for the table topic segment of our meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Table topic for today. Table topic for today. Now, do I get volunteers before I give them the topic?
It's up to you. Whatever the table topics
All right,
person
I'm gonna do
decide.
that. I'm gonna do that. Who would like to speak first? Kathy? All right. Is it more essential to develop beliefs or gain knowledge? I'll leave that up there for you to gaze at.
Yeah. Thank you, Madam Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. Is it more essential to develop beliefs or gain knowledge? I think both are important. However, I think it's most important to have beliefs before gaining knowledge, because you can gain knowledge and not believe in anything. And then that's just like an encyclopedia or dictionary, which is valuable, but it has no substance. I believe beliefs are the cornerstone of faith, and having belief gives an opportunity to demonstrate. That's a stutter there. To demonstrate to demonstrate your beliefs. I have strong beliefs, and I also love to gain knowledge. I think knowledge is powerful in expressing what you believe in. You could expand your knowledge horizon further and further into whatever stratosphere you want that is rational. Thank you.
Rational. Love that.
Anyone else? Kim,
Oh, same question or different question?
same question.
Oh, thank you, Madam Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. Is it more essential to develop beliefs or gain knowledge? For me, I think it's goes hand in hand. But I think that by gaining knowledge, it allows you to develop a better belief in areas of what you're experiencing is and what you're learning. I pride myself on trying to learn as much as possible, hence why I'm here, trying to work on my public speaking in front of everyone, and also trying to gain that knowledge of what different aspects of what it is. That's my rationale for coming here. I'm fighting hard right now to answer this question, as you can see. I'll just state that gaining knowledge is something that we all can strive for. And by doing it every day, I believe that it's going to develop my beliefs in studying or hard work or everything that I do in life. And with that, I turn back to you, Madam. Thanks.
I'll go.
Will? All
Same
right,
question.
same question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests. I believe it is more important to gain knowledge first. The rationale behind that is, if you don't know anything, how can you believe anything? For example, say you're a Christian, how can you know or believe in God if you don't know the Bible or even know what the Bible is? So I believe knowledge is the foundation you use to build belief. Because again, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, you have to gain knowledge because it helps reinforce your beliefs, because you have to develop it. Because boy, this was a hard one. I see it's green, but I'm gonna try and finish a thought. You know what? I'm gonna call it there, because ultimately I think you have to gain knowledge to and even learn what your beliefs may be. And I will turn it back over to you, Madam Table.
Payable. Thank you very much. Is there time for one more? Would
Yeah,
anyone
I
like
think
to
we
give-
have lots of time.
take a stab at this? Would you like to take a stab at this?
I will.
Fabulous.
I'll go if there's time. I'll go after
Okay. I think we go till
whoever,
34.
whoever. Yeah.
All right.
So the value,
6 minutes.
yep, 34.
You're Justin, right?
Yes.
And who was the person that went before you? I'm
Will.
still learning names.
Well.
Okay.
Leave that
The
up there.
speaker's way up here, it's not there.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. I believe it's essential to have belief before knowledge. For the primary reason of we can all accept knowledge, but how are you going to apply that? We all hear global warming's happening. What you're going to do with that depends on your belief. Is it bad that global warming is happening? Depends on your belief. I heard a speaker really impacted me many years ago. It's bad for one thing, but not the other. I would like Washington to be like California. Why not? Why not let Canada warm up, move the ice around the world somewhere else? It's all about your belief. What's your ground? Is it bad or is it good that global warming is happening? It's up for debate. However, maybe with more knowledge, our friend Will shared, maybe your belief changes. Maybe you gain more knowledge on that belief. Like, crud, I was wrong. Global warming is bad. You can rechange your belief a little bit and realign to what the truth is. I believe that foundation is your belief, your outlook on life, what you're going to do with it, and how you're going to apply to it. Your moral aspect depends on your belief. Do you believe it's wrong to steal or not steal? I know how to steal, but I believe you shouldn't steal. All about the application. I believe the belief comes first, and then knowledge. I also believe your belief can change based on facts, knowledge that comes with that over time. With that, I'll give it back to you.
Oh,
Thank you, sir.
that was extraordinary. Thank you. Robin? Oh, you're
Oh, Sarah.
applauding.
I think Sarah wanted to go next.
Sarah, you're gonna take a stab at this one?
What's my battery doing? Good, fine. Sure.
You want me to read it one more time?
Yes, please.
Is it more essential to develop beliefs or gain knowledge?
It's when I first heard table topic and overall gathering like overall gathering my thoughts on the spot while people were doing their speeches, table topics. My response was going to be my response was going to be to gain knowledge because in my field, well, I'm not currently working in the field yet, but hope to be soon. Ideally. It's right. Because in the field of rehabilitation counseling, we are supposed to know a little bit. We are supposed to know a little bit of everything, like for example, counseling skills, psychosocial and medical aspects of disability, how specific disabilities, what barriers people with disabilities face in terms of disability, like for example, someone that is blind or blind. Blindness is like a spectrum, and kind of there's like totally blind, where it's like you need white cane, and then like someone may have uh, good bit. I don't know where I'm like derailing from topic a little bit. So I guess I'll just leave it there because I'm saying too many ums.
Thank you. Thank you all for being willing to tackle a complex and slightly obscure question. So now I will turn the podium back to our table master.
All right, thank you.
Not table master, Toastmaster.
That
Yeah, that one.
for doing that, Buffy.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Good. Philosophical table topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
All right, next I'd like to move on to our evaluation. I'd like to invite Kim up to evaluate Robin.
Right. Thank you again, Mr. Toastmasters, and especially Robin. Robin, as always, I always appreciate your teaching speeches, whether it's about health, longevity, or even about being a better speaker. And I love the fact that you are going to do a multi-part speech on how to be a better speaker. And the first part on looking the part, I will go off on the good, better, best, and then one item that would require that needs a little bit of a work or constructive criticism on your speech. With the good, I love that you're really calm when you're coming to the video. You're sitting, I would feel pressure to be in the car coming to a meeting, but you felt so calm when you jumped and you said, I'll just do it from right here, when the expectation you're gonna get in there. So the calmness about you and the fact that you immediately stated the title looking the part, which obviously trying to you're trying to mention that you're trying to look the part, yet at the same time you're in the back of a car. Grabbed my attention because it was kind of ironic, right? And so I thought that was really good at the beginning to kind of grab my attention. The better part of your speech is you go into the stories and details that help highlight what the speech is all about, the pant length of the pants, the shoe making a difference, and even going as far as sharing the story about the teacher, the instructor, your speaker asking for different articles of clothing, such as the jackets. And I especially like what better more than that is the fact that you mentioned about the lips makeup. And I did notice through the Zoom that you had on lipstick. And I would presume more makeup than I normally would see you. So really adding to what your speech is all about. And the best part is your creativity. I love the fact that you're doing it from the back of the car with makeup on. And I did notice as far as holding the phone itself, it was very stable. I would have thought that it would have been more shaking of some sort, but it came across Zoom as very stable and you're well focused on through Zoom. The only thing that I could say about one thing you could work on is just finish your speech. There was a pause at the end there when you were trying to look for the timer. And I don't think you need to look for the timer just to know when you should end your speech, because essentially you would know a time frame of when your speech is. Just do it from end to end. That way we wouldn't, because I was thinking, did she forget something? But you really were just trying to look for a sign which you didn't need to look for. I figure because if you would have finished it up, I think you would have been within your time frame of 5 to 7 minutes anyway. And with that, amazing job. I love that you do these little teaching moment speeches. It helps me learn as well. And with that, I turn back to a Toastmaster.
That great evaluation. Next, I'd like to move on to our general evaluator to complete things here today, which is Will.
You, Mr. Toastmaster. I will go ahead by beginning to call up the different roles to give their reports. Starting with the grammarian. Sarah, would you like to go ahead?
Sure. So I guess I'll start with Robin. So the speakers, let's see. I I didn't notice too many. I didn't notice too many only 3. So I noted twice though. It's like though it's like in use of in um uh you did use so a bit more than twice, but uh I mean like the difference between using it between using it in properly in sentence rather than using it as as a filler. So uh mm, let's see. Um I like the use of tremendous difference. Um uh note to self not to grammar again. It's like this is so it's like for me this is stressful. Um like keeping track of keeping track of how many is or as best as I can, given hearing. Is fine.
Maybe focus on good word usage or words of the day might be a good.
Hey, Sarah, did you happen to track who was using the word of the day?
Sure, I can do that. At the cafe used what the cafe used the word of the day. Let's see, Kim also, I think. Oh wait, Kim good use of pauses. Or I like the use. I liked your use of the pauses. Anyways, at the Justin used the word of the day. No, wait. No, that's Will. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, just yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. It's like I hope people weren't like hoping for like feedback from this week's you know speeches and whatever we yeah.
okay, we can just cut it there. Sean, do you want to give your report on a timer?
Yeah, so for the table topics, prefacing, I go down all names, times, and yeses and nos.
Yep.
Thank you. Start with Kathy was 1:05. Excuse me. Which was within time. Everybody was within time on the table topics. Kathy was 1:05. Kim, we had 1:20. Will was 1:23. Justin 1:28. And Sarah was at 2:19, so she was just a bit over on the table topics. For the main speech, the prepared speech, Robin, great job, by the way. We were required to do 5 to 7 minutes, and you clocked in at 5:55, so right on time. And for the evaluation, Justin, you had so much praise to give. You went over with 3 minutes, 22 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. All right, it was a Well, great meeting, everybody. I believe we actually started on time today. The room, though some of the tables weren't laid out too well, we managed to get it all set up, and there were a couple technical glitches, but nothing we couldn't handle, and everything was solved pretty quickly. As far as a little bit of feedback, one thing I noticed, we kind of drifted away from coming up to the podium to do certain roles. Mainly, let's just kind of make sure when we're doing our different roles, we come up to speak first or stand up at our seats. It's makes it a little more formal and organized that way, but overall it was a good meeting. What else do I have? That was the main thing. We managed to get all the roles squared away pretty much before the meeting. I was actually going to volunteer for an impromptu speech, but that's fine. After that table topics master, I'm kind of glad I didn't, since I lost all use of the English language. But that's why we're here. But overall, great meeting.
Evaluate.
Oh, you bet. Kim, as always, it was very good. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say. One thing maybe is the way I always kind of heard of giving feedback is kind of making it like a sandwich. So you do the positive, maybe do good, better, slide the feedback in there, and then end on what you did best. That's how I've always learned to do feedback. So maybe something to consider in the future. But yeah, overall, great meeting. It's good to be back. I feel like I haven't been here in forever. But with that, I will hand it back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Or Robin. Robin gets it now.
Oh, oops. I will hand it back to you, Madam President.
All right, and it is good to be able to come to the meeting once in a while since I am the president. And so, so a couple of things. I noticed that we still have several members who have not filled out their profile and have a picture, and especially since we've got some new members. So this would be a good time to make sure that all of our members know how to update their profile on our club website. So one of the benefits to that, if you're willing to do, have your little blurb about you, have your profile public instead of just for members. One of the benefits is when people are investigating a Toastmasters club, they like to go and check out the members and see, does it feel like this is going to be a good fit for them? So, sometimes people come in person, but they also want to see, kind of look at who's in the club. Are they, read a little bit about their experience and whether they feel like they will be able to relate with the other members in the club. So it would be lovely if we get our members to update their profile if you haven't done it in a while, and certainly to be able to put in your picture and your profile if you've never done it. I would love to see that more. And then also anybody who needs help with their pathways, which I hear Justin did a fabulous talk on that, and I see that Buffy has actually chosen a path, so that's excellent. I am definitely interested in helping our members understand what's possible in the leadership tracks as well as the educational path, because Toastmasters is a really good place to gain experience that can help you move up in your in your career if you would want to move into leadership. Toastmasters is an excellent place to gain some experience that can help you. And I know that we have had at least one of our members in the year after she was president, she was eligible for a promotion because she had that years of experience. So something to keep in mind. And then besides that, we'll call for the roles. And if somebody there could take notes on who's wanting to do what role, then that would be great. I don't have something to write with, and also sometimes it's a little hard to hear. So, who would like to be Toastmaster next week?
Robin, we have a guest. You might wanna.
Oh, we have a guest. No, then I should definitely ask our guest, how did you find out about Toastmasters and what did you like about the meeting?
Yeah, thank you, Robin. I used to go to Toastmasters a few years back, so I've been well versed in the program. And then I just did a Google search for locations around here. To be frank, this one fit my schedule. So this is the first meeting I've been to down here in Thurston County. Definitely eager to look at other ones just to kind of see where everything fits. As far as this one goes, though, I think the best word is invigorating. You guys have this energy about you that shows you care. You take this seriously, and you guys still have a nice little laid back way about you too, where you can feel the confidence, you can feel the work being put in. This is a great meeting. This is a great first time for me here. So I appreciate you all for taking me in and making me feel welcome right in, or walking through the door. I was immediately felt like I was welcome. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Sean.
Awesome. Thank you. And just to note, so all clubs do things a little bit differently. In our club, our guests are welcome to take one of the easier roles when we do the, calling for roles. So if you're interested, like the timer and the table topics master and the joke master are probably the 3 easiest ones to get your feet wet if you wanted to take a role. And so,
Hey, Robin.
yeah,
He did take the timer role already.
awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
timer.
And it's, it is really fun to get a feel for what is it like to just step in and start playing around with stuff, before you make the jump into Toastmasters. So congratulations for going ahead and stepping into that role.
2 thumbs up.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay, next we call for roles. All right, so who would like to be the Toastmaster next week? Anybody?
I can Toastmaster again. I felt like
Okay,
last week.
I think you did, yeah.
Oh.
all right, and who would be up for a speech?
I can give one.
Didn't
Who said that? Was that Will?
Will, I mean,
All right, awesome.
I'll evaluate.
Okay, excellent. And a second speech? Anybody ready to do an icebreaker?
yeah, yeah.
All right, who would like to be